What's up guys, DougieFresh. Today I wanted to make a video on Overwatch 2 tier list for the characters. This game came out a week ago. I probably should have done this video a few days ago. I haven't uploaded last week because I got distracted playing this damn game every minute I can. It's very good. But yeah, let's get into this. So you start at S tier is the best, G tier is the worst. So like, everything in the middle, take it as it goes, First we got Diva. I think Diva is a solid A tier. I say that because she's a tank as well, so she has a good amount of health. Her ultimate is pretty fucking good. It's not what it used to be, but still it can easily get a couple kills if used right. She does decent damage. She can move around, she can fly around, quite often, and she has like a shield which can absorb damn near like everything in front of her. So yeah, she can be pretty decently hard to kill, do pretty good damage, but she's very forgiving. So like, if this is your first time ever playing Overwatch, give Diva a shot if you have her unlocked. Very easy to play and very forgiving to play, but a very solid choice of a tank, in my opinion. Zenyatta, a healer. I'm gonna put him B tier. I think Zenyatta can do a lot of damage. His ultimate, I think it's a him. Their ultimate can do basically make everyone in the range invincible, which is very fucking good, especially if you're doing like huge push or huge like defense. Can do a lot of damage, but their healing I feel like isn't too good. They can only heal one person at a time with like an orb, and it doesn't do like a lot of healing at that. But I would say a solid B tier because can do healing and can do some really good damage, and has a really good ultimate. Bastion, I'm putting top of B tier. DPS. Bastion is not as good as I feel like he used to be in Overwatch 1. That's just my opinion. Also, when you're watching the video, follow along. Type in the comments what you think about my choices, because this is my opinion as well. This isn't like who might be like a pro's opinion. I'm just an average fucking Overwatch player. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Follow along. Yeah. But Bastion, his turret mode, when he is in his like turret mode and using his minigun, he will shred anything in his path. I mean anything. Tank, healer, DPS, it does not matter. Shred anything. His new like little projectile mortar thing, it does decent damage, especially if you can stick it onto someone, and it can bounce off walls like around corners and shit. It's alright. His ultimate is pretty good as well. His new ultimate shoots mortars from the sky rather than being like an actual tank that drives around and shoots rockets like in Overwatch 1. And there's a glitch right now with this ultimate which allows you to shoot like way more mortars than you're supposed to. That is going to get patched instantly. I don't even know how to do it, but I've seen it done and it's ridiculously overpowered. But yeah, he's pretty good DPS. The only reason why I wouldn't put him A tier or higher anymore is because he can't heal himself anymore. And his like sentry gun mode is only for a certain amount of time now, and he's just pretty slow and he's pretty big. Winston, first tank, or no, not first tank, we were half a tank. Winston's a tank though. I'm putting Winston in C tier. I think Winston as a tank, in my personal opinion, is pretty fucking bad. The only thing he has going for him is a pretty good amount of health and his bubble. Anyone who played Apex, he's like Gibby. Jumps down, places his bubble, and just plays his bubble. And the moment his bubble breaks or he's about to die, he just jumps away, gets health, repeats. Like, he's good for being a distraction and like being a decent tank, but he does no damage at all. And I feel like he's pretty easy to kill. Like, if he can't jump away or if he's not gonna jump away, you could most times fight a Winston pretty easily, in my opinion. So yeah, I just think he's mediocre. Oops, Cassidy, or what some people might know as Mccree. It's not his name though anymore. Anyone who's watching this and does not know, he's not called Mccree anymore. He's called Cassidy. I think something about his actor, the person who acted for him or is named after, did some like serious shit, so they changed his name. Anyways, Cassidy, I'm putting at C tier. He can do good damage. I just don't think he's all that. I think he's fun for the memes, but like his ultimate is pretty good. But it just, the moment someone hears his ultimate being activated, everyone instantly fucking looks for him and either hides or just shoots him down right away. He can roll, which is alright to like avoid damage, but he doesn't roll very far. He's not fast, and he has like a stun grenade. They changed it this year where his stun grenade can stick onto people and actually do some decent damage, what it feels like. But I mean, I don't know. I just don't think he's all that. Not mobile, and you have to really hit your shots to do good with him. But I think just a lot. If you're playing someone who relies on hitting your shots like Cassidy does, I think there's a lot better people to play. Sigma, he's S tier. I think Sigma is the best tank in the game. That's my personal opinion. But he can throw shield out. His shield's pretty beefy. He can throw his shield out pretty fast. He can throw it out as far as he wants, wherever he wants. He can aim his shield. If his shield breaks, he can like do like this black spot, like this. I don't know if it's a black hole or what it is, but he can absorb damn near fucking everything in his face. He's very hard to kill. He's very tanky. He's very hard to kill because of the shield, and he can absorb shit. Then he has like a big boulder he throws. If he connects that boulder, not only does it do decent damage, it stuns people. And then if while they're stunned, he uses his primary weapon, which is like these two balls he throws and they explode. If you can connect that combo, you're gonna either kill someone or really fuck them up. He's very hard to kill, but he also does a lot of damage. I think he's very fucking good. I think he is the best, like I said, in my opinion. Widowmaker, I'm gonna put Widowmaker at C tier. I'm gonna put her above Mccree or Cassidy just because she's mobile with her grappling hook. But she's a sniper. If you charge your sniper up and connect the headshot, it does a lot of damage. Even a body shot does a lot of damage. But you really have to let her sniper charge up, and you really have to hit your shots. She's not a forgiving playable. She is not a forgiving person to play as. If you're playing Widowmaker, you have to be really good. Cause if not, you're really just wasting a DPS slot, and you're just wasting a person in general. Her ultimate's pretty good. It gives you your whole team like wall hacks basically, so like you can see where everyone is on the map through walls and all that shit. But yeah, if you're not sniping with her, her gun is an assault rifle, but to me it's pretty bad. So yeah, she is a sniper who can get around the grappling hook. She is just not forgiven to play, and I think if you're playing sniper as a DPS, there's one person who's a lot better to go to, who we'll get to. I can never remember this name. Shit, my bad. I can never remember this person's name. But they're a tank. I'm gonna put A tier as well. I'm actually gonna put above Diva. Maybe. There we go. This person can do decent damage. Does decent damage, but is really fucking hard to kill. Especially this year, they can do like a spear spin, which deflects everything coming towards them. They can throw a giant spear, which knocks people back and does decent damage. But they have a lot of health, and they can put like a shield up on themselves, which makes it even hard to kill. Just a very well-rounded, beefy tank that can do some decent damage. Baptiste, I'm gonna put Baptiste top of B tier. I think Baptiste is a lot better than Zenyatta. Baptiste's gun is a burst rifle. Actually does a lot of damage if you can connect the shots. Does a lot of damage. Is a pretty decent healer. Like can throw like this healing circle down. If you stand in it, you get healed. Kind of like Soldier 76. Also can shoot a grenade launcher, and anyone like in that little proximity of the grenade launcher gets healed pretty decent. And he gets like an immortality field. So like as long as no one shoots the thing down, if you stand in the circle, you're immortal. You're invincible, which is really fucking solid. And his ultimate, you put up like this like wall. Oops, sorry. You put up like this like wall in front of you guys, and if you shoot projectiles through his little like field thing, it does like I think double damage or more damage than usual. So yeah, I mean he's overall pretty well rounded. Oh, and he could jump pretty high too with his if he crouches, if you hold the crouch button down and then jump, he could jump pretty high. I mean overall, I mean shit, dude, he could do a lot of healing and he could do a lot of damage. I just think there's better people to play. But yeah, I think I almost want to put him at A tier, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna leave him at B tier. Top of B tier though, for sure. Damage and healing can do it very well. Ash, This might be a reach. Ashe is 100% A tier in my opinion, but I'm gonna put her S because she's my favorite DPS person to play. I think she is just, I think she's very fucking good. Ashe, she's like what Widowmaker wishes she could be, for real. You can snipe with Ashe, and if you're scoped down with Ashe and hit a headshot, you are gonna do a lot of damage. You can 2-tap damn near fucking everyone, it feels like. If they're not a tank, you're gonna 2-tap people in the head. Like, it's insane. And if you're not scoped in, she has a repeater rifle, so she can shoot rapidly and kill people that way, and still does a lot of damage. Her ultimate is Bob, this giant robot who shoots people. He is very good. He's like a guaranteed killer too, almost every time, as long as you place him right. She throws a dynamite, which catches people on fire, which does damage over time. Very good. And she does like the shotgun blast. So she could like, she's like Lucio. She could push people away, or she could like look at the ground, jump, shoot her shotgun, and like it's almost like rocket jumping. It's almost like rocket jumping. You can get yourself up on like ledges and shit, pretty high up. She's in my opinion very fucking good. She is nothing but damage dealing, and she does a lot of damage. Like if you're playing against a good Ashe, you're in for something, because she's gonna fuck you up, like for real. She's very good. Genji, I'll put C tier, but I'm gonna put at the top of C tier. I don't think Genji's hard to kill. The only thing that makes him hard to kill, and that makes me like worry about when I see a Genji, is the fact that he's just always double jumping everywhere. Genji's like never on the ground, which as you should play him, I feel like. But Genji could deflect bullets with his ability, but I feel like it's pretty predictable when a Genji's gonna do that. Like if you're playing like a Soldier 76 and you're shooting a Genji, you get the Genji down to half health, you could just pretty much know he's gonna start deflecting bullets. So you stop shooting, that way they're not getting shot back towards you. And the moment his ability runs out, you just shoot him. Like, I think Genji's pretty easy to kill, unless it's a really good Genji player. But yeah, Genji could climb walls, double jump. He does pretty good damage, but it could be kind of hard to hit his shots. But I think Genji's ultimate is very fucking horrible. I think his ultimate is a waste. In my personal opinion, it does no damage. It does nothing. So yeah, Genji is top of C tier for me, and that's being pretty generous to me. Actually, there we go. No, there we go. Yeah, that looks good for me. Sojourn is, I think that's how you say her name, is the new DPS. I'll put her at B tier, bottom of it so far. She's like Soldier 76. She has an assault rifle. It doesn't really do a lot of damage in my opinion, but the more damage you do with her assault rifle, it charges up this like laser beam, and the more you charge that laser beam up, if you hit someone with it, it's gonna do more damage the more you charge it up. What really makes her stand out to me from like Soldier 76 is she could slide. Not only can she slide fast in a decent distance, she could slide jump, so she could get some really serious air. She's really mobile. She's more mobile than Soldier, I would say, which is the only thing I like about her more than Soldier. Her ultimate's pretty good. It just charges her rifle up, that way she could shoot more of those like laser beams. And those laser beams do a lot of damage, but you really have to hit your shots with them. But yeah, she's like a worse Soldier in pretty much every aspect to me. I can never remember her name either, but I'm putting her at the top of A tier right now. I think she is one of the better tanks to play. She can do a lot of damage. She's very hard to kill, and she is annoying as fuck to fight. Like fighting a Diva, it's not that bad. Fighting anyone really isn't too bad, but fighting her, she has her shield up what seems like every fucking second. You'd be about to get her killed, shield up. She is gonna charge you, shield up. She's always has her shield up, and she does some pretty good damage, and she's pretty beefy. A really good tank. Makes me almost want to put her in S tier, to be honest with you, but I don't want to overfill S tier. So I'm just going to leave her at A tier for now, but definitely top of A tier. I think she's one of the better tanks to play. But Junkrat Queen, speaking of that, is the new tank in the game. She's definitely S tier in my opinion. She's nothing but damage and beefy. Anyone who's fought a Junkrat Queen knows how fucking hard it is to kill her. Like, you have, it seems like you can have the full team shooting at her and she will not die. When she does her battle scream, she gets a lot of health. She gets more health, which makes her even hard to die or kill. Excuse me. She has this big battle axe she can swing, which does a pretty good amount of damage. Excuse me, damn. She can throw a throwing knife and retract it like a boomerang. So if you get hit with the throwing knife, right, you retract it, it pulls the enemy closer to her and does like a bleeding effect over time. And she has a shotgun, which is really fucking good. Her ultimate is kind of in my opinion. She just like charges people with like a spear or some shit. But yeah, she's very good. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if she gets nerfed sometime in the future. That's just me. But yes, very fucking good. Not much more to say. She can do everything. And in my opinion, another S tier character, Mora. I don't know if that's how you say her. She can do everything. She can do a lot of damage. She can do a lot of healing. I mean, it's normal to see a Mora with like fucking 10,000 damage and 10,000 healing at the end of like a good match. But what makes her stand out amongst all the other healers, in my opinion, is the fact that she can like rift away. But not only can she like go invincible while she's like rifting away, like teleporting away almost. But I don't know if it's intended to be in the game like this or not. But if you jump the moment you do it, you can catch some serious air. So anyone who's played like Reaper, her ability is kind of like Reaper's ability, how he can like get away for a few seconds. She could do that, but better. She could jump like 20 fucking feet, so she can jump way higher than she's supposed to. I think it's a glitch unless it is intended that way. But she's very mobile, very hard to kill. And she could do a lot of damage and a lot of healing. She can do everything, really. Mercy, I'll put Mercy A tier. I think Mercy is the best healer, strictly just for healing. The only reason why I wouldn't put her S tier or like next to Mora is because she's not mobile like Mora. So like if Mercy's healing like a Diva and a whole team sees that, it's not going to be surprising to see people go after the Mercy and try to take her out. Or if you're let's say you're playing Mercy, right, and you're healing, I don't know, a fucking Bastion. If that Bastion dies and you're just left there all alone, you're gonna get killed. You're not escaping everyone because you're not mobile. It's nice though because Mercy, like I said, she can heal. If a Mercy is healing someone, it's like damn near impossible to fucking kill them. She heals so fast and so good. Her ultimate, she can fly. Not only can she fly, but she can heal multiple people if they're like close to each other. It connects to like a beam, and she can revive people, which is actually really fucking nice. Yeah, like if you need to play a strict healer, strictly just a healer, play Mercy. But if you want to play someone who can do a little bit more than healing, like maybe not as much healing, but do more damage, but still do a good healing, play Mora. Really, I mean, if there should always be a Mora or Mercy in the field, in my opinion. If there's a healer out there. Mei, I'll put Mei C tier. Only reason why I say that is Mei's still pretty good. She still does a lot of damage, and she can still heal herself with like freezing herself, and she still has the ice wall. But unlike Overwatch 1, she can no longer freeze people, and that's what really made Mercy, I feel like, that DPS person is freezing someone and then headshotting them with the ice beam. It's like almost a fucking guaranteed kill every time. 1v1ing a Mercy back in the day used to be fucking AIDS. Now it's just kind of a pain in the ass, but it's still, she's not what she used to be. And just leave it at that. She's not what she used to be at all. Hanzo, I'm gonna put bomb B tier. I think Hanzo is really good. He can do what Genji can, but I think better. He can shoot like a radar beam, like a radar arrow, which allows you to see people through walls for a little bit in that proximity. His triple or quadruple shot arrows ability is really fucking strong. He does a lot of damage. He could climb walls. He could double jump for so many times within like a few seconds. He's just like Genji, honestly, but better in my opinion. Only thing that being said with Hanzo though, you really gotta hit your shots if you want to make it count. It's kind of like Widowmaker. Nothing's more worse than seeing a fucking Hanzo out there who's not doing anything because he can't hit his shots. And his ultimate, in my opinion, is kind of ass as well. It does a lot of damage, but it's pretty easy to avoid. I don't know how to say this name. This is the new healer, Kikara or some goofy shit. I haven't played her a whole lot. I've only played her when I got her in Mystery Heroes. But from what I have played of her and what I have seen of her, I think she's D tier. I think she is one of the worst healers. She can basically heal like infinitely, but it doesn't really do a lot of healing. Her damage, she throws kunais out, which if you hit headshots and shit can do a lot of damage. But it's like a projectile, kind of like a Hanzo almost. So it can be decently hard to hit. She's not really hard to kill. She's not beefy. She doesn't really heal the most, I feel like. She could teleport to like a teammate, which is pretty nice from a pretty good distance. And she can make like, a teammate like almost immortal, I think. Invincible for a few seconds. She gives them like a shield almost. I think that's what it does. The only thing I like about her is her ultimate. Her ultimate gives everyone like a speed boost in the area. She speeds like everyone up in the area. Not only by like walking and shit like that, but let's say you're playing I don't know. Let's say you're playing Hanzo and you're in that area. You can shoot his bow faster than normal. Like she gives everyone like a speed boost in all aspects. But other than that, I think she's kind of ass. I've never seen her out there and was like worried like, oh, she's the healer. Oh no, what are we gonna do? Like when you see a Mercy out there healing people, you're like, oh shit, dude, they're never gonna die. But when I see her out there, I'm just like, I don't know, just a waste of a character in my opinion. Lucio, I'm gonna put A tier, pretty high up. I don't think Lucio is a better healer than Mercy, but I think he is kind of like Mora in that aspect, but not as good as Mora. He's very mobile. He could give the whole team a speed boost. He could give everyone like a giant heal boost. He can heal anyone in his proximity a pretty big distance, pretty decent. His ultimate is pretty good. It's like an overload of like healing and shit. What really makes me like Lucio though, and place him pretty high up, is he's pretty fucking mobile. He's on skates, so he can skate on walls. He's very hard to kill. He's like Mora. He's very hard to kill. He could do pretty decent damage too. If you hit your shots, he could do pretty good damage, pretty good healing. I think if you're trying to play like a damage healer, always go Mora. If you're trying to play strictly a healer, go Mercy. But for some reason you can't play Mora or something like that, Lucio's the next best option for going damage and healing. I think so, at least. I think he's really good. Reaper, I'll put Reaper B tier. I'll put him above Sojourn. He's good because if he's in trouble, he can like phase out. He's not fast when he phases though, so if you're phasing out, expect people to chase you and probably try to kill you. He can teleport, which is pretty nice, a decent distance as well. He's really good though, because if you're point blank, he has shotguns. So if you're point blank, he's gonna do a lot of damage. It's just, it can be hard to be in that situation trying to get point blank with enemies, because more often than not, you're not going to be in that one-on-one situation. So nothing's more worse than trying to fight, let's say, a fucking Diva, and next thing you know, there's a fucking Roadhog right next to her. You know, he can do a lot of damage. It's just hard to do so, in my opinion. I don't really play a lot of Reaper. Never really cared for him because of that reason, but his ultimate's pretty good. His ultimate, you just flank behind people and then pop it and then get a couple kills. Ana, in my opinion, is a D tier as well. I don't think she's a good healer. I think Ana could be really good. I do. The only reason why I put her so low is she can do damage and she can do healing. But for some reason, maybe I'm just bad with Ana, but I know I've seen plenty of people say the same thing as well. When I'm trying to heal someone, there could be Reinhardt, which is like one of the biggest fucking characters in the game. Reinhardt can be standing still, and I swear no matter how many times I try to shoot him with my healing shots, it just doesn't connect. I don't know why. I can never heal people right. I feel like it just goes straight through their body. Like, it's not that I'm not hitting my shots every single time. I'm not saying that. But like, there's been plenty of times where I hit the person to heal them and it just doesn't work. But yeah, so she's like a sniper, but she shoots healing out of her gun. So she could do decent damage. She could do decent healing. What really makes the only thing that I like about Ana is the ability to put people to sleep. Excuse me. If you're being chased and you put someone to sleep, they're gonna be asleep for a minute. It feels like an eternity. But other than that, like I said, she could do damage, she could do healing, and she could do decent at both. It's just you really have to hit your shots, and I feel like her gun's a bit wonky at times with hitbox registration. But yeah, I just don't think if you're playing her, there's a lot better people to play as a healer / damage combo out there. Soldier 76. I'm gonna put him above. I'm gonna put him above Diva in the A tier. I think Soldier is one of the better DPS people. His assault rifle does a lot of damage. He can heal himself as well as heal others. He can sprint, so he's mobile. He has a rocket launcher, which does a lot of damage as well. And as I'm sure most people watching this will know, his ultimate gives him literally fucking aimbot. He does a lot of damage. He can heal, and he's mobile. I mean, he can do a little bit of all, and I think that makes him really good. Yeah, I would say he's top 3 DPS for sure. Junkrat, same thing with him. I'll put him A tier, but I'm put him at the bottom. Junkrat can do a lot of damage, and he can also be pretty mobile with his, like, I don't know if you want to call it like C4 jumps or whatever that shit's called, satchel jumping. Mobile, does a lot of damage. The only thing that I don't rank him higher than Soldier or Ash is because it can be hard if you're not a good player. He's not like a forgiving player to play. He is, but isn't. He shoots like grenade launchers, so you have to be able to predict where they're gonna go, where the enemy's gonna be. But if you connect a shot on, does a lot of damage. He can throw like a spike trap down. If someone steps on it, they're kind of trapped for a little bit, which makes an easy kill. He can move. He can fly around the map with his his C4 jumps. But his ultimate is kind of ass in my opinion. It can do a lot of damage and could be an easy free kill or two. But if someone, you hear when his ultimate's going off, and you're just expecting it. And if an enemy is pretty good, they'll be able to destroy your ultimate before you even have a chance to kill anyone with it. But yeah, I think he's a solid DPS as well. You can't go wrong with him. Does insane damage. Symmetra, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm gonna put her B tier. I'm actually gonna put her above Bastion. I think she's slept on. I don't see much of her, which surprises me. Up close, she does a lot of damage. She could put a fucking portal up for you and your teammates, or just you, so you can get up to places that most other people probably can't get to, or not as quick as her. But what makes her really good is her turrets. Her turrets are so fucking obnoxious because they're hard to see, and if you're getting beamed by all 3 turrets and her at the same time, that's 4 damages. Like, that's 4 different types of damages coming at you. And you could put her turrets anywhere. You could put them on the fucking ceiling, under fucking anything. Like, they're very fucking versatile, very good. And her ultimate's pretty good as well. It puts a giant wall up across the entire map, wherever you want, of like a shield. You know what? I'm actually gonna put her A tier too. Yeah. She does a lot of damage. She can move around with her portals, and her turret's really good, and she has a decent ultimate. Yeah, I'm gonna put her A tier. Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid spot. Tracer D tier, but at the top of it. Tracer is not what she used to be. I don't care what anyone says. Agree or disagree with my entire list, but I will stand by the Tracer shit. The only thing that makes Tracer good is she's hard to kill, because she's always zip 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 zip. She does not do nearly as much damage as she used to be. Like, you have to be point blank and hit every single shot to kill a person with her guns now. If you miss even one shot, you're not gonna kill anyone. Like, it still does decent damage, but it's not what it used to be. If she was how she like used to be, I would put her probably B tier easily. But she has no health. And her ultimate isn't really that good. If you can stick someone with her ultimate, you probably get like a kill. but if you don't stick anyone with her ultimate, you're probably not gonna get a kill. You're gonna be lucky to get some damage probably. And yeah, I don't think she's all that anymore. I don't. Wrecking Ball, I'm gonna put B tier. Yeah, I'm putting about midway through B tier. The only thing that's good about Wrecking Ball is he's hard to kill because he does nothing but fucking roll around in the ball, which is really what he's made for. I feel like he doesn't really do a lot of damage, but he's really good because he could just latch onto like an object and just swing around it the whole time. So he could be hard to hit, hard to kill, and he also gets a shield. He can shield himself. So yeah, really that's all he's made for is just being annoying, but he does a really good job at it. He really does. I wouldn't necessarily go for him as a tank. Maybe really certain specific plays, maybe, but I mean, if you do play him, you can't go wrong with it. You just really don't you're not gonna do a lot of damage with them. You're just gonna be a nuisance, I should say. Roadhog, A tier or S tier as well. Now I don't know if he's better than Junkrat Queen or not. That's my thing. Yeah, I'm gonna put him above Junkrat Queen. I mean, Roadhog, if you're a new player and you want to play a tank, play Roadhog. Very fucking forgiving, brain dead easy to play. His grapple, I don't know if it's glitched or what, but I swear to God, his fucking grappling hook can reach anyone from any distance. I mean, it is stupid how fucking far he can reach people with that. And if he grapples you in and you're not a tank, he's probably gonna one-shot you. And if he doesn't one-shot you, he's gonna two-shot you. He will kill. If he grapples you, good luck. Good luck surviving that shit. He's beefy as fuck. Point blank, he does a lot of damage. His ultimate's pretty fucking good. And he can heal himself. And not only can he heal himself, he can heal while moving. That I don't understand. If they want to nerf him, I think they should. That's really the only thing they probably should nerf is like his grappling hook range just a little bit, but also his healing. Either reduce how much he can heal or make it to where he cannot move while healing, because that's the thing with Roadhog. If he does not grapple you and you fuck him up, he's just gonna run away while healing, wait for his grapple to come back, and then keep repeat. That's all he does. He's good though, he really is. Reinhardt, I'm gonna put A tier as well. I'm gonna put him at the bottom, A tier. If it's just one Reinhardt, like if you're 1v1 in Reinhardt, I don't think it's that hard to kill him. The only thing that makes Reinhardt good is his shield. That's really all he's made for, I feel like. Sit him on like an objective, like a choke point, keep his shield up, and have people play behind you. And he's really fucking good at that. But he's not really made to do damage. He's just made fucking for his shield, really. If he pins you, he's probably gonna fuck you up, but it's pretty easy to avoid his pin. His ultimate's alright too, but yeah. If you want to play like just strictly a tank, just to eat shots, play him. But I think Sigma can do what he can, but a lot better, to be honest with you. A lot better. Pharah, I think that's how you say her name. Pharah. I'm gonna put her B tier. I'm gonna put her in the middle of B tier. She's good because she's hard to kill, because she's always flying in the sky. She can do a lot of damage with her rocket launcher. Her ultimate's pretty good as well. You know what? I'm gonna put her actually high up on B tier. The only thing that I don't like about her is if she's good and she's made to just be annoying, flying in the air and shoot rocket launchers, but if someone has like even a decent clue of what's going on or how to kill her, you're not gonna really have a good game with her, because she does float kind of slow. But I mean, yeah, good damage, good ultimate, good all around, and very annoying to deal with. Echo, I'm gonna put Echo A tier as well. I'm actually gonna put Echo. I kind of want to put her above Soldier, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I am. Echo is what Pharah. Echo is basically Pharah, but in my opinion, a lot better. She can fly like Pharah. She can glide. her guns, her primary weapons do a lot of damage. She can stick people with these grenades. It's like a sticky grenade. She can stick people with that on top of shoot you at the same time, which is gonna fuck you up. But what makes her A tier for me and better than Soldier is her like laser beam when she goes like that and fucking hits people with that laser beam. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're Roadhog, if you're a fucking Tracer, if you are below half health and she hits you with that laser beam, you are dead. There's nothing you can do about it. That laser beam, that's literally what it's made for. Less than half health, hit him with the laser beam and you're gonna shred anyone. It does not matter who you are. She can really fuck anyone up. Like, on top of being able to do a lot of damage to anyone, and I mean anyone, she can fly around like Pharah. So she is very hard to deal with. Very hard. I think she is amazing. And her ultimate's pretty good too. Her ultimate, copy anyone you want. And then, yeah. So when I play Echo, I really like to play, I really like to try to copy a Diva if they're on the field. Copy Diva, do some damage, get her ultimate, fucking throw the bunny bomb out there, kill some people, and bam. There you go. Very good. Sombra, I'm put top of C tier. I think she does a lot of damage. And it's nice because you can go invisible. You know what? B tier above Reaper. Basically what you do is you put like a little spawn beacon down. You set it to next to like a somewhere safe. Preferably next to like a healing station. You go out there, you fight people, and before you die, you press the button, you teleport back to where your beacon was, heal up, and then just repeat. A good Sombra player is very hard to kill because the moment you get her hurt, she just teleports away. She can also go invisible and she can hack people. Hacking people basically just kind of like disables their abilities. It could be pretty crucial if you get it right, but I feel like it's really not all that in most scenarios. Yeah, does decent damage, hard to kill, and her ultimate just hacks people in the area. So it's alright, but yeah, decent damage, hard to kill. Bridget, I'm gonna put C tier. Bridget used to be fucking busted back in the day. She still is pretty good. The only thing I don't like about Bridget is she hits people with like a chain whip almost. And so if you keep her distance from Bridget, she's not really gonna be able to do much against you. She does have a shield, but the shield doesn't really absorb a whole lot of damage, so it breaks pretty easy. And she is a healer, but I feel like most people don't really play her to play healing for the team. They play her as like a healer for herself, because every time she hits someone with a chain, she gets a little bit of health back. So she could be pretty annoying to fight with. Like I said, if you keep her distance, you'll be fine. Sojourn, I'm gonna put Sojourn actually in the middle B tier. You know what? I'm actually gonna put him above B tier. I'm gonna put him the highest DPS in B tier. I think Sojourn is actually really slept on. His turret can do really good damage, and if you could place your turret in like the back of the map where it's hard to hit, but can still hurt people, his turret does a lot of damage. It could be annoying to deal with. Sojourn himself can do a lot of damage, especially if point blank with the shotgun mode. He can overcharge himself, so he shoots faster. And his ultimate's kind of decent as well. You basically shoot lava all over the floor, so you can really block off some major choke points, especially if it's like an overtime / like contested point. And yeah, he can just do a lot. He really can do a lot of damage. I think he's pretty slept on, to be honest with you. I think Sojourn is pretty fucking solid. And Doomfist. If you have not played Overwatch 2 yet, but you have played Overwatch 1, Doomfist is no longer a DPS. He is a tank now. But I don't really understand the point, because no one fucking plays him as a tank. Everyone plays him as a DPS, which I feel like he should be. I'm putting him at the bottom C tier. I suck with Doomfist. I don't think I can even get one kill against anyone with him. I fucking suck with Doomfist really bad. A lot of people do as well too. But if you are a good Doomfist player, he is very fucking good. Like, the 1% of people who are good with Doomfist, Jesus Christ, they are amazing with him. But he's just not really like a tank. Like, they gave him more health because he is a tank, but he's like the same thing as Overwatch 1. He just can't uppercut anymore. But he can like he got a new ability though where he like puts his hand up and absorbs shit. But he still like does a power punch. He can still like leap and still like shoots out of his fist. But he's a very hard person to play as. And like I'm not afraid to admit it. I will never be good at Doomfist. I suck with him. I do. And I think he's at the bottom of the C list. Just because myself including a lot of people, I feel like he's just a waste of a pick. But a good Doomfist player is easily like A tier at least. But yeah, if you made this far, please, if you play Overwatch, let me know what you think about my tier list. I actually am super curious to see what people think. I think this is a pretty solid and reasonable tier list in my opinion. Maybe some little bit of questionable people higher up than what they should be or lower than what they should be. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you want. Until next time.